the Earth, think of this planet as a garden of life, right? Where a original primate form of life, or the early stages of the early Earth humans, and then yet there are many intergalactic conscious groups like the Lyrans, Sirians, Pleiadians, and many other groups who have contributed to their own gene pool, or what's called genetic markers, within the already established original DNA template of the human race at its early stage of development. So of course that has really accelerated that growth of that evolution. The difference in the terms of hybrid is that when you look at human beings or Earth humans, is that the Earth humans were designed to live and exist on this planet. I come from another planet, a completely different dimensional reality. I come from a civilization who has already reached enlightenment and advancement thousands and thousands of years ago. So I am designed to live in a higher dimensional state, as opposed that I'm not originating from the original human gene pool of this planet. So the word hybrid really applies in very different circumstances, as you can see. I hope that makes sense.
Oh yeah. So human DNA is 2-strand, arcturian DNA is 12-strand, or how is it?
No, and thank you for mentioning that. So the 2-strand DNA that we hear a lot about is the step. Think of it as the reduced, limited version of the original human DNA. The human DNA has always been designed to be a 12-strand, or it's called a 6 double helix configuration. So because of a lot of different factors throughout the Earth history, let's just say that some other groups of ETs or star beings who have technology or may lack the consciousness that comes with the technology thought that they will be superior and says, we're going to reduce that original 12-strand into a 2-strand, because then the human race at its early conception will be more docile, more, easier to manipulate, or, being able to, let's say, redirect humanity in a way that it was counter nature to who they were designed to be. But that's a big, long story within the Galactic Akashic Records. The point here that is important to remember is that you have reached this pivotal moment of conscious awakening on the planet. And it's worldwide, whether it's through India, whether it's through England, Europe, New Zealand, US, Canada, everywhere, and even Asia, there's an awakening. That awakening can start to bring in a higher sense of frequencies. What it means is that your physical vessel start to vibrate a little faster and higher to bring in these refined light frequencies. So to make it simple, higher consciousness awakening, higher state of frequencies will accelerate your vibrational rate, and that means it directly impacts the evolution of your DNA. And your DNA start to reawaken to its original structure, and that means that your body is also shifting into a more light body.
Yeah, so yes, I understand that what we call as a junk DNA or the dormant is not really junk at all. And as we are awakening, we are going to get into crystalline nature of DNA and 12-strand DNA as such. Yes. So you talked about your role in the intergalactic body, or is it confederation, or what is your role exactly? Is it like an ambassador kind of a role, galactic ambassador? So can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So my galactic ambassadorial role, first, we are part of the arcturians. We have a delegation group that will speak on our behalf, representing the galactic alliances of world, and representing many different species throughout the multiverses. Think of it as I don't know if you know this the series Star Trek. They have the Federation or the United Nations, or here the United Nations, but it's something very similar, as you may be familiar with, of course, naturally. But it's a good image to have. So there's many star nations or group consciousness, many sentient life forms, and they send delegates, and we connect with each other. Some of them will be assigned to oversee the evolution through this quadrant, assigned to the Milky Way. Others will be assigned to the alliances of the scientists of all the multiverse. They have space station where many scientists representing different homeworld or star system collaborate to understand the fauna of the flora of different planets, how species evolve, how consciousness move to different plants or different other form of life. Others will be more physicians or advanced form of healers. They specialize either in terms of the physical template or the etheric one, or the advanced holographic technology to be able to rejuvenate the form. Others have working with our star regency councils. So, for example, the structure aligned with the Earth evolution, there's many intelligent sentient group or star nations that oversee the evolution of the Earth. And what it means that first we're looking at how the timelines are moving, how humanity, along with all life on the planet, whether it's the animal consciousness, the plant nations, the minerals, the tree nations, it's Gaia herself as a living being, how life is thriving on the planet. So we see these emanation of energy coming from the planet. We decode those emanation or wavelength of energy coming from the planet, and it gives us a good idea in terms of what are we looking at. Is there a resistance? Is there an expansion? Is there a shift moving into one dimensional aspect or another? And of course, the solar influence that also coming into the electromagnetic field of the planet. How is it influencing human electromagnetic field? Your living aura, your DNA, all aspects of you, and the body ley line. So we are relaying different form of information that allows us to understand what stages of evolution are you in and what level of spiritual enlightenment guidance support can we do. Plus, you have all the star seed on the planet that is also on a huge awakening process. And so we have more now conscious, aware point of contact where we can interact at various space and time and moment on the planet to be able to bring the influence. I hope that makes sense too.